Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on January 7, 2023. Russian hackers targeted U.S. nuclear research laboratories, records reveal. The Guardian, Russian hackers targeted 3 nuclear labs in U.S. The Telegraph, Russian hackers reportedly targeted 3 U.S. nuclear research laboratories. English News, WION. Russian hackers reportedly targeted U.S. nuclear sites after Ukraine invasion. The Times of Israel, Russian hackers targeted 3 U.S. nuclear research labs, report. Afghan aid at risk from Taliban ban on women, warns United Nations. The Guardian, Afghan women banned from university, the women resisting the Taliban's decision. France 24 English. France 24 English, I felt like I was dead. The Taliban's ban on women at college has hit Afghanistan's brightest prospects. CBS News, International Rescue Committee stops work in Afghanistan after ban on female NGO workers. The Print, Taliban's ban on female aid workers. This is a red line for us, NGO head says. France 24 English. McDonald's leaves Kazakhstan over supply shortages. BBC, not loving it. Russia's war forces McDonald's out of Kazakhstan. Eurasianet, Kazakh McDonald's closes as war hits supply chain. Reuters, McDonald's to exit Kazakhstan following Ukraine crisis spillover. The Independent, McDonald's quits Kazakh market as Russia's war in Ukraine disrupts supply chain. Satellite images reveal scale of devastation in Ukraine's Bakhmut over recent months. The Independent, Ukrainian city of Bakhmut ravaged by Russian shelling, Russia vs. Ukraine war update, News 18 Live. CNN News 18, Ukrainian artillery crews in fight for Bakhmut engaged in drone electronic warfare. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, Ukraine war, why is Bakhmut so important to Russia and a thorn in the side of Putin? Sky News, satellite images show destruction in Ukrainian city Bakhmut from Russian forces. China COVID, wave of celebrity deaths sparks doubt over actual toll. Investors pressure top firms to halt production of toxic, forever chemicals. The Guardian, detoxifying chemistry for a circular future. Green Biz, investors worth $8 trillion want chemical companies to phase out PFAS. Self-healing, Roman concrete could aid modern construction, study suggests. The Guardian, the secret ingredient in Roman concrete that means buildings can last for millennia. The Telegraph, equilibrium, using ancient methods to develop cleaner concrete. The Hill, mystery of why Roman buildings have survived so long has been unraveled, scientists say. Leak reveals Roman Abramovich's billion-dollar trusts transferred before Russia sanctions. The Guardian, Roman Abramovich trusts changed hands before war sanctions. The Times, Abramovich's trusts reorganized before Russia sanctions, report. The Moscow Times, report. Abramovich placed kids in control of billions in assets to avoid sanctions. The Times of Israel, Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich owns 16 yachts and vessels, 10 more than previously known. Jerusalem Christian cemetery attack, 2 teenagers arrested. BBC, Israeli police arrest 2 over Jerusalem cemetery vandalism. Al Jazeera English, Israel police arrest 2 teens in attack on Christian cemetery. The Independent, outcry over footage of men smashing cross at Jerusalem cemetery. The Guardian, 2 Israeli teens arrested over Jerusalem Christian cemetery vandalism. Trump sued for wrongful death on 2nd anniversary of January 6 riot. BBC, girlfriend of fallen January 6 police officer sues Trump over incendiary election lies that fueled mob. The Independent, Donald Trump sued over death of police officer after U.S. Capitol riot. Sky News, Trump's legal woes grow with 1/6 wrongful death lawsuit. What has Kevin McCarthy given up, and at what price? BBC, a look at the final GOP holdouts McCarthy hopes to sway. The Independent, Republicans are no longer a functioning party, comment. The Times, the Speaker of the House debacle is the MAGA revolution eating its children. The Guardian, ferment of change lurks in Republican chaos. Kilauea volcano in Hawaii erupts just weeks after it stops spewing lava. Sky News, Hawaii's Kilauea volcano starts erupting again weeks after officials activated National Guard. Daily Mail, summit crater glows as Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts again. Evesham Journal, time-lapse shows lava flowing from volcano on Kilauea as activity resumes. The Sun, Hawaii's Kilauea volcano begins erupting and spewing lava as officials issue red alert. Edwin Chiloba death, suspect arrested after Kenyan LGBTQ+ activist's body found stuffed in metal box. Sky News, LGBTQ activist Edwin Chiloba found dead in Kenya. BBC News. BBC News, Edwin Chiloba, LGBTQ activist found dead in Kenya. BBC, killing of LGBTQ+ activist prompts outcry over anti-gay attacks in Kenya. The Guardian, one arrested over death of LGBT+ activist in Kenya. Boy, 6, shoots teacher during altercation inside classroom in Virginia, U.S. Sky News, Newport News, boy aged 6 detained after shooting teacher in U.S. BBC, police, teacher shot during altercation with 6-year-old. The Independent, teacher shot by 6-year-old with gun in U.S. classroom, police. 24 hours of terror as cartel violence engulfs Mexican city. The Guardian, El Chapo's son's arrest sparks deadly riots in Mexican state. BBC News. BBC News, we threw ourselves to the floor, Mexican passenger plane caught in cartel crossfire. Reuters, explainer, why Ovidio Guzman is one of Mexico's most wanted men. Reuters Canada, 29 killed in clashes after son of El Chapo arrested. Ukraine war, Russians accused of opening fire despite Putin's unilateral truce. BBC, Ukraine rejects President Putin's Russian Orthodox Christmas truce. BBC News. BBC News, Putin violates his own Christmas ceasefire in Ukraine. The Spectator, Putin's brief ceasefire is just a prelude to further escalation of this bitter war. iNews, a brief respite, the Hindu editorial on Russia's Orthodox Christmas truce in Ukraine. Kevin McCarthy finally wins U.S. Speaker vote after tensions boil over in chaotic Congress scenes. Sky News, 118th Congress, House Speaker election continues, Day 4 evening. C-SPAN, House votes as Kevin McCarthy inches towards Speaker's gavel. BBC, what the data say about the House Speaker vote. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.